I really need a haircut badly. So I'm out in my favorite spot this morning, walking with my girl. And just look at the beautiful sky. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing. And the forecast says that in a couple of hours it's going to start raining and the temperature will drop. And that brings me to my topic today. As I stated in the previous video, I'm going through a very hard emotional time right now, and I am trying to find resolve for it. I'm gonna sit down here for a minute and trying to figure out what's really going on. You know what? My opening remark about the weather is very suited for this. Our emotions are like the weather. And this notion of always pursuing our quote unquote bliss is a non-reality. We're not meant to be in bliss all the time. It's not a natural state. Even the weather will attest to that. There's times for beautiful sunny days. There's time for boisterous windy days. There's time for rain and cloudy days. And as I'm coming to terms with this, I am really realizing the bogus that we call spirituality. The pursuit of spirituality is bogus. For once, you can't pursue spirituality because you are a spirit. You are that. So, whatever we are pursuing is just an exercise in escaping some discomfort that we feel in our human beingness. As I said before, being a spirit in a human body is very difficult. But this constant seeking after bliss, whether we do it by studying spiritual texts, whether we do it with plant medicine, whether we do it with drugs, anything that will give us a dopamine rush, could be chocolate, food. It's an illusion and it's inorganic. And we keep chasing after bliss because we are discontented with our emotional weather, like the wind that is blowing at the moment. It's blowing in some inclement weather. And actually, quite often our emotions respond to the weather pattern. We're all connected with nature and with the forces of nature, earth, water, fire, and air. We're made of the same elements, and so we're going to be moving with these elements as these elements move in this reality. But just wanted to say, It is so necessary that we acquaint ourselves with the word acceptance. Acceptance has been such a healing word for me, and there's a power that comes from the word acceptance, accepting myself in the bliss or in the sadness equally, being content in all states, in all emotional states, and not judging myself or condemning myself for the way I feel. We're all beautiful humans, and even as we pass through the seasons, through the emotional weather change, just embrace and accept it. And in the acceptance, you will find peace, serenity. All our troubles really are in being in constant fight or flight. We never accept life for what it is. And getting bombarded all day long with advertisements that suggest all the things you need, subconsciously suggesting that you are in lack, that you're not enough, that you need to buy this product to be happy, or buy that product to be fulfilled, or take this course to find your bliss. Why don't you just forget about all of that and just come into acceptance? You know, none of the things that we accumulate here, none of the things that we make memories of is all irrelevant. Once we leave here, all of that is irrelevant. And I think the redemptive factor in all of this is how attached or detached we are to this illusion. This is all just temporary, a temporary exercise. And maybe the test is in whether we can just flow through it in acceptance and non-attachment and just let it pass like a movie screen, because we take none of that with us. We will take none of that with us. None of that will matter in the next life, whatever we're going to. So it comes back to the middle way, to neutrality, to the non-attachment, and just being in contentment and acceptance. So in a couple of hours, I will be accepting of the rain and letting go of the resistance and just flowing with nature is probably the way to tackle this human life, this human experience. So if you don't feel very spiritual, that's okay. You don't have to feel spiritual. You are spiritual. You are spirit having a human experience, and just live in acceptance of the temporalness of what it is. Stay non-attached. Stay neutral. May you have a peaceful day today.